Thank you for tuning in to the reading produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get the latest updates on this channel. You can purchase a private psychic reading by going to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. If you want spiritual guidance to learn how to work with your ancestors, or you're interested in deepening your spiritual experiences, then subscribe to our Patreon. You can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Okay, so I want to let you all know that in this pick a card reading, these are the three archetypes that you can choose from, okay? But before I even tell you what the archetypes are, I need to just make a few suggestions for you all. These are ritualistic or ceremonial practices that I want you all to perform before you watch this video so that you can get the most out of it. What I want you to do is I want you to perform a head cleansing or a head blessing ritual, okay? So if you are not familiar with that or what it is, then you need to start reading at page 57 of Iyanla Vanzant's Tapping the Power Within. So to perform a head cleansing ritual, my suggestion, which is different than the one that's presented in the book, is to cleanse your head using Florida water. And you're going to take the Florida water, rub it in your hands, and then you're going to rub your forehead. You're going to rub your neck, the front, the side, the back. You're going to rub behind your ears, and you may even sniff into the palm of your hands, okay? And then after that, you're going to light a tea light candle. Now, while you're doing this entire process, okay, you're setting your intentions to have a clear mind and a clear head, okay? Because you're trying to cleanse your consciousness and you're trying to cleanse your ori, all right? So if you have a clear head and a clear mind, you'll get the most out of this video. Now, with that being said, you're going to light the tea light candle so that you can set your intentions. So set your intentions to get that man. Set your intentions to make that money. Or say, hey, I want $10. Ancestors bring me $40. Ancestors give me the most important help me to download the most powerful interpretation of this message that I'm about to receive from this video. Okay. All right. So to explain the archetypes, the first archetype is the witch. The witch represents a magician. Okay. The witch represents a magician. This is for someone that's interested in working with herbs, working with oils, potions, animals, or even blood to do their spiritual work, okay, to make things happen. You're going to use things that are made from the earth, things that are, or even made from man, or that come from a human being, to change the cosmos and create a reality that you want, okay? And you are on a journey to understand how to work with your left and your right hand, how to do shadow work and to work in the light as well. If you are the priest, which is here, the priest is someone that wants to initiate or that is initiated into an African traditional religion or African religious practice, for example, or you just may be initiated into a secret society, but you've initiated in some way, or you are thinking about initiation. And if you are the priest, then you are trying to connect with gods. You're trying to connect with deities, energies, entities, supernatural beings, and you're trying to practice ancient spiritual traditions. And on your journey, it is your goal to keep your head and your mind clear, okay? Now, if you are the psychic is someone that's connected to the astral plane, and they are blessed with supernatural senses like clairvoyance, clairaudience. You may quote unquote call yourself an empath, or you may have claircognizance and just know things. You may be someone that does divinations for people, or you just are trying to advance the strength of your intuitive gifts. So if you are the psychic, then you're on a journey to balance between the physical world and the spiritual world, okay? And you need to learn how to exist in both places at the same time, all right? Now, I want you to go ahead, get your Florida water, get your tea light candle, and be ready to dive into this video, okay? All right, so this psychic reading is for those of you that are interested in your mental health. Okay, so for those of you that are just interested in trying to understand why certain things are going on in your life. Let me just light this candle and get this started. So this candle is being lit with certain intentions to get things done as you view this video. And these incense are my 7 African Powers incense. I got them from a friend that gave them to me. Let's see. One second. But anyway, if you're watching this video, then you're probably watching this video because you're saying to yourself, "Hey, he's touching on this taboo topic that and I trust him to talk about this because, he is a sociologist and he does know about the mind." Okay, so let's see what I can find. All right, so let's see. If you're watching this video, we're just going to do just a general reading on why it is that you will be watching this and what it is that you are looking to get out of it. Okay, so for you and your mental illness, if you're watching this video, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Okay, so for those of you that are watching this video for your mental illness, I'm saying here where, so there are issues, you are hesitant to start making new friendships. I feel like you've been isolating yourself from society, and you have been trying to keep your spiritual life private. You've been trying to learn about ancestral worship. You haven't been feeling connected to the universe, and you've been to therapists, but you feel very strongly that there's something else there's something else that's activating that activates your issues around your mental illness. And I feel, and I'm here to tell you that's the truth, because what is activating those issues is that you I guess I could say that you've been having these feelings of suicide. And these feelings of suicide are manifesting from you feeling spiritually isolated, and the loudest voices that you can hear are the voices of these spirits that are talking to you. I think that you need to understand that these spirits are not trying to harm you. I think that you can tame them. I think that this can be done by you going to a priest and getting a head cleansing to help you. Okay. And I would strongly suggest for you to go and see that priest so that they can diagnose what it is that's going on with you. Because here is saying that this issue is not just genetic for you, it's also related to a lack of ancestral worship. So there are things that your ancestors are asking you for in terms of offerings. And I'm hearing animal sacrifices that need to be made so that your ancestors' souls can be released into the ether. And once that happens, your ancestors will start to replace those negative entities that are walking around you. Your ancestors will start riding your back. They will keep negative entities from latching onto you, and you're going to start hearing more positive information through your clairvoyance or clairaudience. I'm also saying here that you feel as though your mental health issues may be keeping you from having a relationship and having the relationship that it is that you want. And I am here to tell you the truth that they are, and they need to be addressed in order for you to have the relationship that you want, so that you can know how to be a cooperative partner and also an active participant in society that's trying to radically change the world for Black people. Whether you are Black or not. Welcome to Black Spectrum Network. Okay, so that being said, I'm seeing here that you are living in the home with people. You may have roommates. I don't see you living by yourself. And I see here that you are trying to gain your own independence, or you're trying to heal issues surrounding things that your father told you, a patriarch of the family or a very masculine woman that was very strict and placed upon you at a very young age a lot of responsibility, and then she chose to ignore you. And I have to say that your siblings are weaker than you. So with that being said, we're just going to do a reading for these three archetypes about what it is that they be going through spiritually. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I want you all to just tell me in the comments, are you going through something? And what is it that you're going through? And tell me the story about it. Have you been having do you feel like you had a paranormal experience, a psychic attack, or let's say a psychological break? Have you ever experienced either of those? Okay, so before we get, I'm going to use my playing cards in addition to this just to give a little bit more advice to you all. So before we get started, okay, so we usually start with the witch first, but we're going to start with the psychic today. So for the psychic, what is it that you need to know about your mental illness? Psychic. Okay, psychic, you need to know that your mental illness is, again, related to your family. You are someone that hasn't okay, it's great that you may have an ancestral altar, okay, but you need to go and see a priest or a priestess that can communicate with your ancestors and figure out what is it that they need, what is it they can do, how is it they can be released, and their energy be elevated. And once they're made stronger, you will be made stronger as well, okay? So remember what I was talking about earlier where I said that you needed to have your ancestors or become your escort? Imagine 4,000 or 5,000 powerful black melanated ancestors draped in these very magical metals like a glistening gold and a very how can I what's the word I'm looking for? What's a beautiful word? A glistening gold and a hell, let's just say copper. Anyway, and they're just sitting there all flied and shit and ruling the world and conquering and looking down on people and doing great things and being kings and queens and shit. Okay, so with that being said, somewhere along the lines, your bloodline, they became peasants, and it's up to you to fix that. And you're going to have to go and see a priest or a priestess so that they can help you heal your bloodline. And this is a very serious message for you. You're going to have to heal your bloodline. Again, the 10 of clubs comes up. We have the 10 of clubs and the 10 of cups. So the 10s here are representing completion, okay? So they're saying that you are the best of your bloodline, okay? You are the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, okay? But it's up to you, all right? It's up to you to go and fix things spiritually for everyone else in your family. And I see that everyone else in your family is going to start coming to you to start getting readings from you. All right. Believe me, it's going to happen. All right. So that's going to help you with your mental illnesses. And I will also say that you need to consult that priest or priestess about getting a head cleansing as well. All right. So if you are the priest and you're struggling through mental illness, you're a priest yourself struggling with mental illness. Okay. You don't really know what your next move is going to be. Okay. And I'm hearing that you need to just accept that it's time for you to be a teacher. Okay. Yes, it's time for you to be a teacher. You need to go ahead and create the Facebook group, go ahead and start writing those books and creating that curriculum and getting this information out there. Don't do the secrets, but you can talk about the spirituality, of course, but you got to get these ideas out. It's up to you to start writing. And whether this writing comes through poetry or it comes through you writing in a scholarly way about your experiences, autobiographical, it doesn't really matter. But what really does matter is that you are going to be tasked with having to you're going to be tasked with having to figure out your way, your path through, let's see. You are going to have to figure it's going to be through entrepreneurship. Okay? Teaching is a form of entrepreneurship for you. And it's time for you to go ahead and get started and do it because you're going to be great at it, okay? And you need to go ahead and set up the business, set up the teaching college, go ahead, or the teaching college, the teaching courses, or the online courses, the Facebook group, the Facebook Live, the study groups, whatever it is. But you have the ability to bring people together and educate them. And finally, for the person that is the witch, okay, witch, if you're struggling with mental illness, this is because your money's fucked up right now, and you're someone that you may have a Capricorn moon, all right, and it's like when you're not financially stable, or your money's not right, you're just like, hey, I'm sleeping all day, ain't nothing to do. Hey, your air conditioner may be out, and you may be hot as fuck in your apartment and just sleeping all day. And your apartment complex may not have the money to fix it. It's that you may have money, but they're for some reason, people around you may not have money, and that's affecting your life right now, and that is affecting your mental health. So I would say to you that you need to change your surroundings, and change the people that you're hanging around, or you need to change your job. The final thing that I get here for you is that you are needing more sex in your life too. You need some good sex. You either need some good dick, some good pussy, or some good throat, some good hands, a good dildo, a good something. All right. And you need to just pleasure yourself, because they're saying you're too stiff. All right. And if you can get out some of that anxiety through, pleasuring yourself, that would be absolutely phenomenal for you. And I think it would be helpful. Look, it's like a deliver us from evil moment. You got to get some so that you can calm down. You got to get addicted to something else because you're staying in your head too much, and perhaps getting some head, giving some head.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. 'Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the skyline.